Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We've done a quick swap here and grabbed Goof for our next match, which is going to be TI versus HBG. I am Gelos, your caster, and joined by Zangief, my co-cast.
Yo, we back
We're
again.
back, baby! We got another match right after this as well. We'll see who's co-casting for that one. And then the this match specifically is one I just sorry, I know that the timer and all that was all kind of late. I didn't realize that the previous caster took their name off, so I wanted to make sure we got this one casted anyway. So let's go ahead and go over the rosters for both of these teams, just in case you don't know who these guys are, which is understandable, as TI is actually a brand new to Jaeger team. You probably recognize maybe a couple of these names from live, but I would say you probably don't recognize any of these guys from Jaeger. So brand new team, very fresh. I'm very curious to see how they do for this second match of their of the tournament that they're going to be playing. I believe they played one earlier today. And HBG, one that has much more experience, I'd say. Addy pick, mid, you know, a couple of other names in there. Lots of people there that you would definitely recognize from the kind of the French side of things.
Yeah, it's Cobalt French, so it's
Yeah.
Baguettes and Vody.
Yeah.
Also Osprey's in there too.
Yeah, Osprey. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good mix of characters there, so I'm very excited to see you know, those guys coming out and playing. Again, TI, very new players, so we can't judge them too harshly no matter what ends up happening today, because it's always good to see them come out and play no matter what. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at our map that we're playing today, which is Watersons. Watersons is another one of those matches, another one of those really big maps, similar to Fort Liberty, but in a different way, where Fort Liberty is a lot of underground, top area, a lot of verticality in that one. This one is mostly played catwalk, I'd say, and you use the bottom section more for quick flanks, but it's very open on the bottom side, as you can see here from the pans. The inside of the bases are things like triple stacks, double stacks, L shapes, and I believe there's an L stair as well. So it's four caps. You have to get 3 of them to start flipping the base in your favor. So it's very much a map where you have to split your people. It's going to be very interesting to see how both of these teams play this out. Now, do we have everybody on the scoreboard? It looks like we do. Again, I do know I was a little bit late. I do apologize. We're going to put this right on the scoreboard so we can talk about who's actually playing right now. For the TI team, we have Zulfer, Ghost Echo, Echo 11752, Fireflies, Gifardino, Dragon Killer, Chainsaw Milo, Draken Bryn, True Flames Linger, all on the TI team. I'm sorry, I might have butchered a couple of those names. I do apologize. And then on the HBG team, we have Mr. Tomahawk, Dark Riosos, Remington, Addy Pick, Odo, Elwin, Liz Slide, Osprey, Mid, Alex. Lots of recognizable names, good players there. Very excited to see them coming out and playing again. We'll go ahead and swap this right into the in match here and let them know we are good to go. Now, this match here, for those of you that are not really super acquainted with Watersons, this is a map that you would expect to play on a 12v12 format. This is one that constantly gets played on this kind of a format because it is a very big one, and you can spread your people out a lot easier. You know, people don't just sort of group up in one spot and it just becomes a camp or a choke point by any means. It is a really nice sort of map for spreading a lot of players out in an area. We're gonna see likely just sort of, because the casting, the obs cam can actually see people through walls. I might do a quick pan like this just to look at how the battle flow is looking. So we'll do that every now and again just so we can see that. I think they're getting a couple more people on the script right now, so just give them a few more minutes there. Like I said, one more thing that's very important for Watersons to point out: their spawns are very interesting. You have a TR bus and a VS bus right across from each other, right? You're not allowed to cross this at all. You cannot use that for spawn camping at all. You have to use the full run over here to actually get over there. And then on the other side, same deal. You got another TR bus and another BS bus on the other side of each other. You have to use the full run to get over there. And this is so that the timing works out equally. So this base, despite looking very asymmetrical, can actually play somewhat symmetrically. You can see they also swap which bus has the north side and which bus has like the south side. So right now, or rather the left and the right. So right now the bus on the left is red for this one, so he'd have only the bottom section to go to. On this side, he's also left, but that means he gets the top section to go to. That's done on purpose, so you can have a little bit. You can spread your people out and actually meet the other team in a fight. I think they're just testing whispers and such right now.
It should be kind of interesting to see the French team because as it's all known that the French really play a lot with each other, whether it be the Cobalt French or the Miller French. They're very tight knit, so they definitely have a very good team play element to them. So just in that regard, they should be the favorites by far, especially because a lot of them also have a lot of Jaeger experience. But because it's Watersons with the 4-point base, I wonder if TI can actually manage to do catch them off guard a little bit because of the fact that it's so chaotic at times, and you kind of have to stretch your numbers thin a little bit at times. So it might be interesting to see if TI can actually pull out some nice stops on this French team during the match to at least try to counter that better team play element.
Yeah, and there is no denying there is going to likely be better team play from the HBG team, only because they have a lot of experience in this. And like you said, they've played together for a very long time. Now, that does not mean we should just discount TI entirely. Right? New players can come into Jaeger all the time, and they can do very well. A lot of my favorite sort of players are people that have come in to say like pickups or even on things like internals, and I've never seen them before, but they just all of a sudden they're doing really, really well. Those are very, very enjoyable moments to watch. I'm hoping we can see something like that today. With this TI team, we can potentially see some players that are really sort of a natural at this. And really pick this up very quickly. That's really what I'm going to be looking out for.
Yeah, and I kind of think about it, for instance, I think about a team like Tide from PIL2. I feel like they were like really new to that whole deal going in, and it definitely felt like they struggled a bit, but a lot of those guys hung around, and they've been like very active in the Jaeger community. You could see their development getting better and better as time goes on. So you love to see that, especially from Connery, where it often feels like they're kind of like neglected in the in the greater Jaeger community. So we like to see new blood in those.
Speaking of, in fact, some people forget Fiji is a team that relative to almost every other team is newer, a lot newer. I mean, when they first showed up, they absolutely stunned everybody with the fact that they were almost naturals at this whole Jaeger thing, and actually figuring out how to play on Jaeger. They were actually very surprising a team. So don't just discount a team just because they're new, or just because some of the teams might look a little weak. It is very much something that you can't really judge until you've seen how they play.
Absolutely. And looks like we're waiting on TI, I think.
I think so, yeah. I think they're just waiting to ready up. I do see slightly more pop on the TI side.
Znipsel's on red right now, so...
Yeah, I think that's what it was. So they should have equal pop, and maybe they're just waiting for somebody to get back from, like, the bathroom or so.
Yeah, it's equalized. The pop's equalizing out right now, so it should be okay.
Yeah, and there it is, actually 50-50. So I think there's a ref on each side as well. So that's likely the balancer there. Again, I do want to stress that Watersons is a base where there's not really that much cover down here on the bottom. It's a lot of this is going to be movement from, I'd say, the top, where there's at least a little bit of cover you can as you move in, and then potentially maybe just jumping down and going around on things like stairwells or so. I don't have a ton of experience playing on Watersons myself, so maybe the meta is something completely different from that, but just based off of how the actual landscape is, you can see it's very open, and you have to be very careful, especially of bolters. Bolters are a super, super dangerous thing when it comes to a map that's as open as it.
It'll work.
Looks like we should be good to go.
Yep, I think so.
Let's go.
Okay, they're going to be starting on the 30 tick next tick.
Match start in 50 seconds.
I'm very curious to see just how the TI team plays.
40.
Again, new teams does not mean bad teams, so I'm very, very curious to see what they wanna come out here with in terms of strategy as well as squad comp and all that.
Yeah, I mean that's always the fun of it, right?
Mhm.
Is like the orange bracket. It's always interesting to see
Yeah.
because they're a little bit less experienced. It actually makes it a little
20.
bit more fun.
Yeah.
It's so you get a lot of unexpected stuff out of it, and oftentimes the tactics are different because a lot of times the higher bracket can
10.
feel more rigid,
Stale, even I'd say
Yeah,
stale
yeah.
sometimes.
so it's kind of fun to see that
5,
different play
4,
style.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we're going to start off taking a look at the, oh wow, the HBD team all coming out on the same bus as well as the TI team all coming out of the same bus on opposite sides of the map.
Yeah,
So
totally opposite sides.
Yeah, HBG going straight for C and wrapping around towards the double stack, heading over to the L building. Looks like the TI team already has the B point. They're heading straight over to A. Right now, again, open areas. It's a great time to be having longer range weapons.
And they got a bolter heading to B too, so they're gonna try and make a flip there. But I believe HBG's got members coming. Oh,
beautiful shot there by Geffardino. The TI bolter.
yeah.
Went down right after that, but still a very nice quick scoop. A little bit of damage coming in from the B point building as Lizlide is trying to keep them suppressed over there onto A.
I believe I heard of TMG.
I wouldn't be super surprised. I mean, these are very long range kinds of angle. I wouldn't.
Well,
run it
Carve
anyway,
is definitely
but still.
seeming to be like a weapon of choice in some engagements for TR in this format, just because of all the bullets.
Yeah, and you definitely need those bullets too.
Yeah.
That's we've seen multiple times how many times Resonades will just pick so many people up. Now TI has lost a couple of people on bottom floor of double stack here, but they're still holding well. They've still got 2 points, and they are battling it out inside a C point. Unfortunately, they did just go down. They had it flipped for a few seconds there, though.
They're still holding on to A though. They still got some guys
They
in
are.
there. A medic and 2 heavies.
Yeah, and HBG is they're not underestimating their opponents here. They're
They
waiting
got
this
big
out.
numbers now.
Yeah, they're waiting this out, and they're gonna just see if they can get a push going as soon as they get a cap. Really, kind of smart positioning here by the HBG team, where they have an LA above, waiting for those peaks to come out.
Oh, look at this Mjolnir. He just came in as the LA. Nice flank here. They cleared out a lot of HBG guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good clear right there. That actually allows TI to come out and do a good-sized push, going straight into B. Only one heavy went down, and the medic picked him right back up.
Nicely done there.
Yeah, so
They
B point now
waited,
being
too.
capped by the TI team. They are in a very slight lead right now, but they did lose D behind them. And by slight lead, I mean by 15 seconds or so. So very, very slight.
Yeah, and now the HBG guys that were on D are making their move over to A, and I don't know if there's anybody on A, so they might be able to take this one.
Yeah, and there it goes. Yeah, they're going right into A building. They're going to likely get that no problem. Meanwhile, the TI team seems like they're getting sandwiched inside of this building. Already lost their heavy on B point. It was a valiant attempt at getting to B, but unfortunately they lost people behind while they were trying to do that push at the same time. It was still a good idea, but you know, that experience level does come into play in things like this when you kind of forget to leave people behind to hold a point. Oh, a quick scope here by Dark Yoso takes out the TI bolter. And there goes the Ghost Echo as well for TI. So no real flanks here coming off. It's just going to be another big push on the, looks like northern side. They're going to go straight back for A. Yeah, they've already touched D. And it looks like HBG is responding to that. They're going to go right back into D here in just a moment. We've got a couple people passing the door, I think, and a couple people are going to likely go in. Or not, actually. Not sure what's going on here. They're just completely avoiding D. Zolfer here, look at how he's been positioning himself on that stairwell the entire time. One RPC logo. Hold on just a moment. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Hold on, I can fix that. Let me just do this. You know what? I'll do it in half.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about that.
We know
this was a last minute thing. I didn't have time to fix everything, unfortunately.
TI trying to get reestablished in D, which it kind of feels like this is their real home right now for this half. But you know, HBG just doing a really good job of holding on to this.
Yeah.
But they're gonna. It looks like the numbers are gonna be too much for their hold, and that's kind of part of the water sense, right? Is that you would oftentimes spread your numbers a little too thin. So with TI just committing fully to that point, they're just gonna get pushed off eventually. And it looks like they're gonna do that same tactic. They're gonna take control of D and they're gonna push into A now.
Yep.
They're gonna probably try and hope that they can hold this down again like they did last time, and then move on to B. But they got to be wary because, you know, the last time they did that, HBG just went right around to D, then to A, and then they just closed in on them from both sides.
Yeah. Now they have A right now. Okay, hold on one moment.
Oh yeah.
What is pinging me right?
It's Fry. It's Fry.
These people in our other teams, I swear to God.
You're doing a great job, buddy.
All right, anyway, back to the match. We do have, looks like the rest of TI still stuck inside of A, and we do have a couple of them over there at D, so HBG not really able to do too much pushing just yet. They are in a slight lead. What the hell? Valkyrie flying over. We have a slight lead in favor of, I believe, you know what, I can't actually tell because I don't know where the middle is.
I think it's slightly in HBG's favor, but very slightly.
Yeah, maybe. I think you're right because they had a little bit more time than I think TI did. But again, this is really anybody's game still. It's very, very
still
close.
Very even. This one medic here for HBG though, really holding on. This Alex over here. Oh, he gets taken out, but he was doing a nice job of just distracting that team long enough. Seems like HBG's tactic is to just keep guys on this railing next to the B point and almost like create like a firing line.
Yeah, it does seem like a good idea as well because you can see just how difficult it is right now for TI to actually move over there. And right now we got two people. They're going to be sandwiched here in just a moment. There they go. Medic's already dead. The heavy's going down right there. That's just another delayed push there. HBG still holding super well. TI might need to change some tactics up a bit here, as their push going towards A seems definitely well known by the HBG team, and they're very much able to counter it completely at this point.
Yeah, it does look like they have somebody going in from first floor, but he might be a little difficult on his own because there's going to be a lot of Frenchmen waiting for him. He's on point on B though. Baited in.
Yeah, and take a look over here and see where we have a cap. I think he's already died, but that was a nice push there. It actually distracted about 3 people to come back and deal with that. Meanwhile, in the central lane,
southwest side, yeah,
central lane they've going on in.
Don't give up. We're still in it.
Now they're on B point here.
So
Auto
honestly,
goes down.
This is what you like to see, though, in just the fact that, you know, they had a method that was kind of working out for them. Now it seemed like HBG was learning it, and they adapted, and now they've moved on to a different location. So
yeah, this is literally learning in real time, and this is what I love to see in this kind of any kind of tournaments. Honestly, just learning in real time, and you can just see it on display here. Sulfur going down as he attempts to push in onto C. Let's take a look over here on the western side where we have a couple of people spawning in. Just getting a couple of picks there, but overall, HBG does still have better lane coverage still.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit more control, not just on the base overall, but the cap timers. So, but again, you know, still 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And with a 4-point base, it actually can turn pretty quickly if things break TI's way.
And considering that TI, you know, this is one of their very first matches. I think this is their second of the tournament, and maybe only like third or fourth of their entire Jaeger experience. They're doing pretty well, honestly, considering we're talking about an experienced team like this.
Yeah, but this is kind of what I said about, like, you know, even though they don't have the experience of you know, the Cobalt French players, with this 4-point base, it allows for players to just kind of spread out a little bit more, and you can take advantage of that.
Oh, a push by Mjolnir attempting to go to the back door. He unfortunately goes down. Firefly's not able to clean up there either, goes down. So now it is just TI stuck back on D. It looks like HBG is just kind of letting them have D, it seems like. They really do not want to even bother touching it. It seems like they would lose too much control if they tried to actually go for that particular point.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's no need to overcommit to D when you're kind of holding on to at least 3 points for most of it. You know, they're kind of sacrificing C and A at times, but I think they know that they can kind of retake it and just kind of win that war of attrition.
Yeah. There we go with central lane being cleared out. It's just D still for TI. Again, HBG is not going to be pushing D. It seems very unlikely. They're just going to stick around on the angles they have because this is it's an absolute chokehold that they basically have right now.
Yeah, and with 5 minutes left, I mean, just kind of unlikely. But really, they should try and play to at least not get the full cap.
Yeah.
Because if they don't get the full cap,
it seems like they can probably do that. And in fact,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they even made another push on to say A, as HBG just seems to be getting a little aggressive here, maybe a little cocky. But it does seem like it's working out for him anyway, because Osprey has just gotten a double. He's going to keep pushing in now, see if he can get a triple.
Yeah, well, Osprey
trades out the last, but he does get res.
Osprey's playing really well right now.
Yeah.
In a match like this, he should definitely be thriving. So it's kind of okay at this point when you're kind of feeling that your team is in a better position to just kind of move one guy over there and just see what you can do. And look at what happened. You know, they still did some damage. They flipped it for a little bit.
Yep, they flipped it to neutral, and here comes an LA to try and flip it all the way. He might be able to get this last guy. We'll see.
And by the way, TI just won the fight on A point, so they just took full control of A.
Yeah, so that was Osprey that was holding down that lane. As he moved into D point to try and get that, he lost the A point lane. They were able to take advantage of that. Very good plays here by TI, and now look, they're moving straight towards B. And we'll see if they can maybe even get some more time on to C if they can get up to that point.
They're pushing on to B.
Yeah. Yeah, Chainsaw Milo here got himself a kill, went down, but he got res back up. Medic coming in, trying to clean up. He unfortunately goes down. There's one more medic here in the corner. Or is that the Bolt? That's the Bolt. Oh! Almost gets the Amaretsu kills. Misses it, though, unfortunately. That is HBG with control of B again as those resonates come out. The remainder of the TI team, I think, just comes back up from a res name. Firefly here in the corner. Goes down. He accidentally, as he scroll wheels back over to the beacon on accident, instead of taking his med kit. Never forget, everybody, there's a keybind you can hit for utility. You can always bind your keybind for utility. Dragon Killer, the medic, goes down as he attempts to follow Ghost Echo in. See what else is going on around here. I don't see the rest of the TI team. Did they move to the other side?
Looked like they were trying to push on to B. I think they got...
okay, they must have had a team.
They got
eliminated. So we're
eliminated.
just kind of waiting for them to move back up onto B. Where there is, I believe, one player... No, there's only one player in there actually capping it back, so it's fine. So now they can move somewhere else and see if they can get any more control over this base. I mean, 2 minutes left. There's not really too much time for them to do much. I mean, if they get like all points, they can potentially make this a lot faster, but highly unlikely we're going to see that happen.
Considering the format of the rules, though, preventing that base cap means that if they want to force a third round, you know, all they have to do is just get the timer in their on their side in the second half.
Ooh, Firefly here with a beautiful double on that corner.
If they could pull out the miracle and win the second half of base cap,
yeah,
that would be
a win.
So yeah, preventing the full base cap there was definitely
gives you a lot of options.
Yeah. And that alone is a win for a newer team like this, right? To not even, you know, you don't get outcapped.
I mean, yeah, at this point, I'd say that TI has really just shown that they have the potential to really actually do fairly well in a tournament like this. They just need a little bit more experience, maybe a little bit more sort of map meta strategies, I'd say, and they would probably do just fine in this kind of a format. They're doing very, very well considering how fresh they are.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good. It's honestly, it's nice to see. It's nice to see that they,
Absolutely.
especially considering that I think that was a.
Was that an Infernal
Hey
Grenade?
guys, that's a friendly warning for the TR team for placing a beacons. Please have an eye on
I'd
your
actually
guys.
like to win this
Uh
fight.
oh.
Well, we know what that was. That was a beacon placed accidentally as he was trying to take his med kit, but the refs always do need to make sure those warnings go out for everybody. It's just for fairness reasons. That the Infernal Grenade though are those allowed? I actually don't know about
Infernal
those.
Grenade, or was that the Punisher?
Oh yeah, that's probably what that was. They have
Might have
the
been the
very
Punisher. I
similar
didn't see
smoke
it, but-
clouds. Yeah, I think it was the Punisher. I think you're right. Punisher underbarrel. And we
Doing
can
work
see
with the
here
TMG
TI
there.
making a push from this corner side on the west.
Oh, Oz.
There goes the time.
But
I will show the I'll show the kills and all that in just a moment. Let me just fix this real quick. It's gonna look kind of weird. Just hold on one more. Let's see. What is this one? HBG.
HBG.
Good.
There we go. That's a very similar color there in the middle. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
don't think I can chroma key this one actually.
That's
Oh well. That's fine. We'll make it a gray hot dog, I guess. Here, let me try and correct it a little bit.
Nah, it looks great.
Is it like a
honestly.
more of an orange color, I guess? Here, let's try this.
It's kind of like a pink.
Basically pink. Let's see if we can fix this a little bit. Give it something, I guess. There we go. That looks a little bit better. There we go. It's not quite perfect, but it's good enough. Okay, let's go on into the scoreboard. All right, so for the scoreboard, now we do have a huge difference in kills, but of course it is reflected because of the experience difference. 92 kills on the TI side, 180 kills on the HBG side. They absolutely knew where to be holding at all times. You could see they just let the TI team have D basically, so that TI had to sort of run in from a very exposed angle, I'd say. Very smart plays there by HBG, something to learn for any other team as well. Just kind of let them have that 1 point if that means that they're going to overall have a bad time for the rest of the map flow. For the top frag of the game, it does look like Osprey, not unexpected, very, very good player he is. 43 kills, did absolutely phenomenally well. He definitely was clearly feeling it today.
Yeah, and I mean, really, in terms of skill level, he is really probably the best player on this match. I mean, if you look at both lineups, he is a very, very talented player. So not surprising that he would end up top frag since he's playing heavy.
Yeah. And for the TI team, unfortunately, everybody kind of struggled there on the TI team. But again, I got to reiterate that it is not unexpected. New teams and all that.
But you know what? Some of them not
too bad.
They're like
not too
Zulfer
bad.
17 and 21, Chainsaw Milo 19 and 19. So like their heavies still like doing pretty good. And Giffordino, their bold actually got a couple of nice picks too.
We did see that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like they're just completely, overwhelmed. I know the kills can look kind of, rough, but also when you consider the fact that Osprey is head and shoulders above it, he's got 20 more kills than like all the rest of his team. He is really putting a lot of effort into this.
Yeah, he's doing very well. Honestly, the medics for HBG also did really well. You can see here Addy pick 23 and 5, actually really good. Alex at 11 and 11. Only a couple of their medics going a little bit negative, but that's not even that bad, not big. It's 5 and 8, 6 and 8. I mean, their medics really did stay alive very, very well, and was able to actually keep the entire whatever small group that they had around them alive a lot more often. That's really what you got to say.
Yeah, and I have revive statistics here. TI out-revived HBG 42 to 39, with the top reviver being TI's Drakenbrand. So they're getting the revives. It's not that, like, for this format, revives are very important, and they're out-reviving HBG, which is good. That means that they're making sure that they're getting their guys up and continuing the fight. When they really should definitely, at times you kind of see the medics straggling a bit and trying to take combat when there's dead bodies. Like, you really want, in this format, you got to prioritize getting the revives, especially when you're kind of outgunned. But like, otherwise, they've been doing a good job of making sure to get guys up, and so the medic play has been pretty good for them so far.
Yeah, that is for sure. And again, we've stressed this multiple times, but it is a new team, TI, and they have, honestly, that is not bad. They held off HBG for so long, and they actually were winning slightly for the first, I'd say, 5 minutes, if only by 15 seconds on the cap timer. But considering the gap in experience, that is very impressive by itself. So good on them so far. Let's see if they can turn it around on this next half. Let me go ahead and move this into in-game. I mean, clearly they're learning very quickly how to play this sort of map, this sort of play style format, whatever you want to call it. I'd say if a few more matches, and they could absolutely really figure this whole thing out, and we could see potentially another Jaeger team pop up out of this one, another regular Jaeger team.
Would be nice.
Would be really nice. I always love seeing more Jaeger teams. For them, for this particular map, I think what they did wrong, just overall, for this first half that they were doing, focusing a little too much on the D to A push, I feel like really did put them in a bind. Again, I don't have that much experience with Watterson, so take my advice with a little bit of grain of salt, but it did seem like the D to A push was really where HBG was expecting them to go, and they countered it within a few minutes and started to really keep them pushed down. The C area was almost never touched, and the small western building didn't really get pushed either. But of course, both of those are fairly exposed, so maybe it was a good tactical decision. The bottom side could have been pushed as well. We didn't really see too much action down here. So again, I think where their biggest downsides was just not really adapting as much as they could. We did see them do it a couple of times, but they probably could have adapted a little bit more to how HBG was holding. I think we're just getting ready to go on the second half. I don't know that there were any were there any subs, do you know? Doesn't look like it.
I don't believe there were.
So we're probably going to get started here fairly quickly then. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong... Okay. I thought maybe one of the buses despawned. Let them know we're ready. Maybe that's what they're waiting on.
Oh, that would be awkward.
Oh, yeah. Well, looks like... TR is ready, we know that. Maybe VS might have just a couple more minutes.
They're just chilling right now.
Just chilling. They might be going down
Pop's
the street.
equal right now, so yeah.
Might be going down the street, grabbing themselves a baguette out of the vending machine, their local vending machine.
Yeah, their local vending machine.
Hello guys, we start on the next tick at 30, so in 55 seconds.
Oh, I guess we're ready.
All right.
Yeah, see, Addy Pick responded with "we."
We. All right. So on this next half, again, it's not going to be too much in terms of different strategies. But if I were the TI team, I would probably focus on that getting that C point, just like HBG did. getting that C point and then rotating over to B,
30
grabbing that, and then
seconds.
getting set up, just like HBG. I mean, this is a great time to be learning how to play these kind of maps against a very, very experienced team.
Yeah, obviously they may not have the firepower to kind of hold down that like an alley around B like HBG did, but it's worth an attempt because it was working out
10
well for
seconds.
HBG. So maybe they should try and establish that same kind of firing lane and just get some good angles
5,
so that they can prevent them
4,
from pushing onto
3,
A and whatnot.
2, 1, match start.
Okay, match is starting. So we've got, looks like TI's doing exactly that. Oh, actually, take it back.
They're both on the
half
same.
and half.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens over here on the D point then. Looks like they have been spotted out. Some damage going out to Mjolnir, the LA.
Oh, the
the
bolt tried dropping on the.
Yeah, the bolt did get a little damage, but he didn't get the finish. But luckily his teammates were there to get the finish. Looks like Mjolnir does go down inside.
They're gonna get the revives up.
Meanwhile, on the other side, though, you can see what TI did this time. They split their forces. They went to C. They grabbed B, and
nice
then
picks from the.
they have a nice angle here for their bolt to actually get set up. They have Geffardino.
Oh,
Geffardino?
That's 3 times in a row he's gotten Elo on.
Oh, well, he keeps getting
And
picked
nice
up.
M too. Nice M to keep them.
That was a great M.
he
And he
just
got
came in
the
from
medic. Can he
behind
get the
them.
second medic? No, he's so close there.
Oh, he's kind of nuts. What the?
Geffardino, really good job. Just so close to getting a clear right there.
Don't give up. We're still in it.
This is out of his mind. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a really, really good play there. Unfortunately, was not able to get that second medic. That would have been really clutchable.
Oh, and the TILA just took out Osprey. That's a big pick right there,
Yeah.
and they're not going to be able to revive him, so they might be able to push on the D a little bit here.
Yeah. Now here
look at
comes
this.
some of HBG going straight into C point though. They are
Oh.
holding back here though. TI is holding and making sure that as the HBG team tries to get set up, they're going to get punished for the push. Oh,
Yeah.
Echo going a little aggressive, but he gets away. He gets away.
And he got a pick out of it too.
Oh, yeah.
And now the medic behind him died too. And he
Oh, the
didn't
medic
revive
on
Elo.
top, Geffardino. Can he get a second?
What?
Gets...
Yo,
No?
no.
Oh, well, with the help
did
of
get him.
another,
No,
he
got
does
him.
get the second as well.
Took him a minute, but he did get him.
He did get him.
But Geffardino, man. Take a bow.
Absolutely, doing fantastic right now. Ghost Echo going back to try and deal with the back cap, but unfortunately, Otto does take him. And there's nobody back here to get that point back. They do need to have somebody go back there, because right now the cap is going in favor of HBG.
Oh, this is a nice... Oh, man.
Great angle here right now. Just took out Addypick.
Yeah, and they had TR guys coming up the stairs behind them, so they would have gotten crunched pretty badly there.
Ooh,
And actually, they
another
are
kill by
going to...
Chainsaw Milo.
Mjolnir is going to come in right from behind on them, so they're going to get pinched here.
Yeah, here he comes. Geffardino as well. Looks like they've
Oh, they're
already...
going to revive.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I see
Geffardino
a
goes
revive
down.
nade. Oh, that's a purple
he
revive
does
nade.
get the commie kill. Or I'm sorry, the
Oh, no.
underboss kill, and there goes the last TI player until his team is finally coming back in to sort of reinforce. 1 goes down, 2 goes down,
Oh, no.
3 down, 4 down, all dead there. That is TI losing control of B despite their best efforts. That was really good of them.
Yeah, that was, honestly, they're giving really good fights to HBG right now.
Yeah,
really
they
love
are.
to see that.
Absolutely. Osprey coming up on that main stairway in the middle. Looks like he's going to be seeing Chainsaw Milo, who takes him out. Unfortunately, because he was out of cover there, he goes down right afterward.
Yeah,
Echo
so
here on roof.
almost feels like we're seeing the same problem that TI ran into in the first half, where instead of it being D and then pushing onto A, this is now C and then trying to push onto B. But because HBG's kind of set up, it can be kind of an issue to break that because they're kind of spread out. They have like these nice like firing lines on the railings here. I will say TI's doing a good job of getting guys to go behind, like in that west building.
They're doing
coming up
flanks a
around.
lot better.
Yeah.
And then
So
here
they're at
goes
least trying
another
to
one, in
open it up
fact,
a little.
right now.
Yeah.
Firefly here, getting a little damage off. Unfortunately, out of cover once again, goes down. Oh, Geffardino, look at him way in the back here. I think he missed his first shot, unfortunately. That would have been a really good kill. Goes down, Addypick getting res right back up.
Oh, Osprey's coming in from behind. He's going to try and flank him. He's got 1. Oh, yep. The other heavy's hurting, or the medic. He got the guy up though.
Ooh. Oh, Firefly's
Osprey goes
in the
down.
bottom side though.
Trying to bait this medic to make a move.
It's somewhat working too.
Yeah, Addy's like pushing off really far.
Oh, but look behind
No,
over here.
Osprey-
That is HBG going back into C point. They're gonna get more time on that cap. Firefly does take out Addy pick.
Yeah,
There goes the
and that
map.
was actually nice because as we said, Osprey was the top heavy for their team, and because he was able to kill him and he forced Addy pick back enough that Osprey had to settle for respawning.
Yep.
So they didn't get him back up so that he can try and help out.
Right. Oh, wow.
Who's
Oh,
coming in with the
knife
knife?
coming in with the knife! Echo gets a
Yo,
double and a
yeah.
triple!
Holy shit!
He gets a triple with the Amaretsu throw!
Yo!
Beautiful job by the Echo!
And he got one more there.
Yeah, he might have gotten one with a gun, but very beautiful job, just
Bro.
rushing in.
Hey, make sure you go back and clip that, man. You want to put that on your wall.
Yeah, put it on your wall, yeah.
Yeah, you can look at it
MySpace
at night.
wall.
All right, let's not date ourselves here, Gelos.
If I could date myself.
Yeah,
God
we
damn,
know
would I
you
ever.
were the most narcissistic person in Planet Side, so we know that you would do that.
Alright, TI back inside of the B point here. Look at that bubble.
They got the
Love
they got the, BC.
bubble, baby. Let's go.
B and C points locked up right now. HBG's gonna try. Oh, they lost
yeah.
a lot of guys on the stairs
They
there.
weren't able to do too much from that stairway. Mjolnir, despite his best attempts, also going down. That's going to be HBG getting back in control of B point. They do,
But they are
I'm
taking
sure.
D though.
We're still in it.
Oh, are they? Yeah, they do have one person on D. But big push here by TI going towards C. They don't want to lose this. This is a great sort of pushing point for them. They can use this as a springboard for the rest of the map.
Yeah, and Geferdino really just harassing right now. He's not getting the kills, but he's getting like body shots, and it's forcing these guys, back off a little bit. He's getting nice head glitch spots on these bosses too.
Yeah, and now we've
Oh,
got
these-
TI back
Oh, the-
on C point. Geferdino way over here. He's almost dead.
Yeah, there was a nice little flank, but he's still alive, and he's getting out of there.
Yeah,
oh,
and he's
there's
still
so
safe.
many people. He threw an EMP to get them to
Oh, and it
to
hit
back off.
actually. It did hit.
But there's a
over there
heavy
on the
coming from
stairwell.
behind.
Oh, does he know? Does he know? I don't know that he knows.
I don't think he knows. And it's Osprey too.
Oh no! No, he
Oh,
goes
he's dead.
down. Geferdino,
Oh,
the
man.
dream.
Still win this.
It's so many everywhere. They were all over the place.
Zulfur going down as he
He
trades
actually
out
went
with
down to a
Aileron.
TK.
Oh, is that a TK? Okay.
Yeah, but he did get one before he. But he's gonna get revived here.
He might have
I
gotten
think he just-
TK'd in accident.
Oh
second
no!
time.
Oh no! They're going in for the manual revive.
But that's okay.
He got
He
revived.
get-
He tickled
He
again.
gets TK'd again. I don't know who's
Oh,
TKing him. They might
no.
get weapons locked at this point.
Oh no!
And there goes the shield bubble. The dream is dead. TI has once again have to push back from the C point. They do have a few people
Ooh,
on D.
Yeah, they beat
Chainsaw
Osprey
Milo
went
being
up
one of
there and Osprey went up there and died. Yeah.
This is our strong, powerful couple of members here. We got Chainsaw, Milo, and Geferdino on the same flank. Can Geferdino take advantage of Chainsaw's distraction? He does get a body off. He's gonna move on to
And
the
just
side
continuing
here.
the pestering.
Yeah, misses his second body, unfortunately.
He's emping though.
EMP, yeah, EMP does hit
Nice
inside
emp.
the building. He does seem to know how to emp very well.
Oh, for
Those
sure.
grenade arcs are really good.
Yeah, he's getting good emps, and he's got like nice head glitch spots. Like, he's really doing very well
Yeah,
in my
he
opinion.
seems-
Just to bother.
He's one of those people who seems like might be a bit of a natural for this kind of format. Meanwhile, the HBG team somewhat coagulated on bottom side B. They have actually taken out some of the TI guys that were trying to push on that side. Geferdino finally dead over there is on A. And then we got, again, TI trying to use C as a springboard to push into the rest of the base. Mjolnir here, gonna fly on up. Not really too much for him to do here, unfortunately. Oh, a great push there by Firefly, gets a double. B point here only has a couple people left on it as they push in. With that suppressed carve, it sounds like. They do take him out. Oh, but they missed one. Oh, he takes out a double there so far. And a triple. with the
Oh,
Kami.
no.
Beautiful shots there by Lizlide.
No,
And
one of them
another
survived
one. That's
though.
a 4.
One of them survived actually, and he just jumped onto A point. So he's crouching in the corner behind the actual point.
Oh my god.
That's his A.
Hey, let's see how this plays out. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, he just went out of
And
cover at the worst possible second.
Well, there were 3 guys there. That was gonna be.
I don't know. Those things are kind of tricky. You can't always see where you're being shot from because the light there kind of messes with you. A push here by TI. Looks like going bottom side. Seeing a little bit of a wiggle there by Zulfer. Not quite a shuffle, but a little wiggle. Conk does hit him. He's double conked now. He is completely useless at this point. He is not going to be able to do anything.
They're gonna
for a few
push him.
seconds.
He's got health though.
Yeah,
Nice.
with that help, he goes.
Good
He
support.
does take one.
There's more guys coming around though.
Chainsaw Milo to come back and help though. Can Zulfer at least pick off Addy pick? That would be the perfect one. He does. That's good. Well, the thing is though, as long as he kills Addy pick, he can't get that second player up.
It's true.
Mjolnir now, he can actually push in. He gets a flash nade going out into the middle of the room. Doesn't really get anybody, but he does actually go out and get auto. So bottom floor now clear. Drakenbrin 2 TR over here on the side angle. See if he can get a push going. He's a medic and he's got a tar. Let's see if he does anything. Oh, no, almost though. He gets a lot of damage here on L1.
Oh, the bolt.
Yeah, TI getting kind of pushed hard on this this side angle. Oh, another one. The bolt getting a double.
Nice. That was exactly what the HBG
Zulfer?
bolt was sitting on the west. Yeah, he was sitting on that west building, just pretty much uncontested. And finally, somebody went back there and just took him out. And they needed that because they were actually getting like. He was actually doing a really good job of picking off guys as they were trying to exit C.
Yeah. Where is Gefferdino at, by the way? I have kind of lost track of him.
I think he's been trying to take on D point, but unfortunately he's taking it on kind of by himself.
Interesting.
So he's almost kind of just running almost like a harassment.
Oh, but he's got this angle on. Oh, he gets a double.
Dude.
Can he get this? Can he get this other medic? He does get the other medic.
Oh, somebody's dropping on him though.
Oh, he's got to get one more medic. Oh, he's got to get 2 more medics now. Can he get him? Oh no, that would have been so good if he could just get those medics in just in time, but he just barely didn't get the kill in time. The other medic was able to get picked back up. That was a really good attempt though, very, very close.
He's swagging on him right now.
Meanwhile, the TI team has, you know, they've got some of these angles up here on C point. This is still a really good spot for them to hold. It's just, unfortunately, they haven't been able to get map control at all, and they've only got about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the match. I don't see them really getting enough map control to actually counter that first half, technically a win by the HBG team. So I don't see this swinging in their favor. But, again, I gotta say, this has been a very impressive showing by the TI team so far.
Oh, for sure. I really think they did. And it's something that I mentioned before, that the 4-point might actually help TI to stay competitive in this one and really give them a nice fight. And it looks like with 1 minute 15, I do believe that there's a potential for HBG to fully cap, but for the moral victory standpoint, you want to prevent that. At least say that you did not get fully capped.
Yeah, absolutely.
On both rounds.
He did have B flipping there for just a moment, which just puts the timer a little bit longer. Did he get another one?
Yeah, he styled on Osprey there with the Kami. Oh, they just got cleared out. About 55 seconds left, and they have to make something happen here if they want to at least prevent the full cap going through.
I believe they can do it, though. They do have a couple of people on different angles. I think the D point might be their best bet right now, as that is the least guarded, and they do have enough people next to it. They could easily get right back up there.
Oh, unfortunate for the Echo. He was down here in B. He lost his medic. He killed the heavy through the window, and he was able to trade the medic, so he wasn't able to get the 2-for-1 there.
All right, so most of the battle flow right now is happening towards the D point, looks like. It does look like they're just going to try and hold off, and they did it. They did actually prevent the full cap. Unless HBG gets all 4 points, which is unlikely.
I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh, they are flipping C, actually.
They are flipping C, but they would have to get both that and D, and they got way too many people in their D.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know, maybe we spoke too soon. Hold on a moment, everybody. Oh no, 5
no.
seconds. That actually might be the full cap. Oh no,
A
there
really,
it goes.
really great effort from TI though.
It was.
Congratulations to VS for winning.
You know, keeping it to the
Both
last
team
50
captains,
seconds.
please
That
join the
was
streamer
very
channel.
impressive.
Yeah, that was a very nice showing there by the TI team. You know, HBG came out, and as expected, they were very strong. They knew exactly where to be holding. They did a phenomenal job, obviously. That was expected. They are a very experienced team. They did exactly what they were supposed to be doing, and that was very nice to watch. But the TI team coming out was a very big surprise for how long they were able to actually hold HBG off. Again, seasoned veterans. These guys have been playing for a very long time together. And the fact that they were able to hold them off despite that. Very impressive, and you know, we just saw a couple of star moments there. Geffordino is obviously one of those players that probably want to be keeping an eye on in the future. And then we had I think that was it Ghost Echo or Echo that came in with the knife? I think it was Echo that came in with the knife and got about 3 kills with that.
Yeah, that was Echo.
And then Mjolnir, also a very smart player. It seems like knew how to do those flanks very well. He did not really let himself get super exposed a lot of the times. So very good plays here from some of the individual TI players. Very nice to see. All right, we do have a couple of players here. We've got Osprey and Addypick for the HBG team, and we've got Geffordino for the TI team.
Go.
The man himself.
Hello.
Hello.
So first of all,
Hello.
congratulations, Addy and Osprey, for the HBG win there. You guys did phenomenally well, as was expected. However, Geffordino, you know, how many let me start with this. How many matches have you guys actually played, like full total, like just, you know, not just tourney matches, but practice matches as well?
So full practice matches, full 10v10s. Let me think about this one. 1, 2. I think with the 2 matches today, we're sitting right around 4 or 5.
Wow.
You guys, with, you know, with that little experience, you guys did incredibly well, considering. I mean, that
Totally
was
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, it kind of, I guess, like the whole purpose of this team is we took a bunch of casual players that had never experienced Jaeger before. We're like, you know, we've done live for a while. Let's see another side of the game. So that's kind of the impetus behind all of this.
Yeah, and 10v10 I think is a really good format for more casual players,
Yeah,
or
for
like
starting
more.
off with that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's more team play oriented. It kind of blends the medics in there. So you guys did a really good job of playing as a team and really giving them a hell of a fight. So honestly, hats off to you guys for that one.
Yeah, honestly, this was the first round that we hadn't we ever had a half where it didn't end in a capture. So for us, that's the W, right?
That's
Hey,
a win.
congrats.
That's a win, man.
And
Like,
against
that's major
HBG
progress.
too. I mean, this is a good team. This, like, you know, they are experienced. Addy and Osprey, you guys have been running this team for years, right?
Yes and no.
I'm
So
sure you've
the
had
thing
people
with
come in and out. I'm sure.
The thing with HBG is if you take as a reference, let's say LSV, which was the 6v6 team, there's literally 3 of us left from LSV, or like Vodi or else. We picked up the groups that made the team for EU Scrim scrims.
Yeah.
With the SCFR guys, the guys, like a bunch of French outfit and BGTT, and we gathered up to make a team. So I would say there's a bunch of experience, a fair bunch. Like, I cannot be like, oh, we have no experience when there's literally me in the team and Natty, you know. But there's a lot of fresh guys, so it's a good mix.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like individually you guys definitely knew what you were doing. I mean, we saw a lot of really good angles that you guys were holding. Going into this, was there a lot of like pre-planning, or was this just based off of how everybody had played previously off of their own individual experience, or did you have things where you were like, hey, you know, this is a great angle to be holding them down on, let them have this, you know, let them push from here, things like that?
Yeah, do you want to start on with TI?
In terms of strategy, it was more like Osprey came up with a good plan for the opener, and I think it was on Tuesday we had I think a very good training on B point Waterstone Redemption, and I think it's all came down from there. The good placements, the good position from our heavies, the fact that our medics were able to stay alive quite well. So I think it really came down from being able to see Waterson Redemption, which could be overlooked as a basis. And if you overlook the base, it's a nightmare to play. So yeah, very good training on Tuesday, and we definitely want to do more training like this.
Oh, you guys did
Waterson
great.
is one of the maps we worked on. Like we couldn't work on all 7, but there's a bunch we worked on. Waterson being one of them. So yeah, people are a bit more aware than just running around the base, and that obviously gives an edge. Like I'm not guessing TI. You guys put a lot of practice on Waterson with all the work you already have to do.
Yeah, so we didn't have a lot of specific training on Waterson. We had a practice scrim here a couple of weeks ago now against Baku.
Was it try?
We scrimmed. Oh yeah, and try. We played both of them here. And both times we kind of done kind of flying by the seat of our pants sort of ad hoc tactics. So this is actually one of the bases that we have slightly more experience at. So that was kind of somewhat to our benefit, but yeah, still some work to be done for sure.
I think you still played the map quite well. Like you were a pain in the ass first round on C, especially with the bolt there.
Yeah,
and second round on D as well. And it was impossible for us to push on C without letting the control to the of the other points to you. It was really difficult to get a good grasp on the entire base. So yeah, it was. Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, our tactics were kind of evolving as we did it. First round, I was playing Bolt, and I was like, listen, guys, I'm not even going to really bother shooting. I'll spot people if I see them. My objective is I'm just going to keep spawning it. So our idea was we'll lock down the L building at the top and try and just get D and A. And then I'll be the little bolter that runs into C and just tries to keep capping it to keep people coming back from the front. We changed that up a little bit the second time where I tried to, as the Bolt, play a little bit more of a direct engagement role. But yeah, we were just kind of throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Well, like I said before, you guys did considering how fresh you are, you guys did a phenomenal job for what was only like your 4th or 5th match ever played for squad cohesion, individual plays. We saw a lot of really cool individual plays come out of your team. So very, very good on you on that. We hope to see a lot more from you in the next, coming matches because you guys, that was a treat. That was absolutely
treat
to watch.
That's the hope. Hopefully we come out here with some wacky off the wall tactics. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Play more Waterson. Waterson is a base you would at least get 10 minutes on.
I keep hearing that people don't like it, but I thought that was a really fun base.
So hear me out for this. For a team like us that is looking for XP and stuff, kind of like you, Waterson is a treat because you always get at least 8 minutes game instead of just if you get spawn locked, after 4 minutes you're done with the map.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Osprey's just saying that though because he dropped 83 kills in this match. So
of course he's like, yeah.
Wow,
Waterson's
bit of a
great
humble.
No,
I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. No, I think Waterson's does work that well, and it was something I mentioned throughout the match was just because it's 4 points, it allows you guys to kind of sneak up on them, do different creative flanks, and kind of catch them off guard. And you guys definitely did that. And Gefferdino, you did a really good job of just picking them off and just annoying them with that bolt. Like even just the body shots, is just keeping them on their toes. So honestly, Waterson's is a really good matchup just for throwing something around, because a lot of these teams don't like playing it because it's just it's kind of erratic. It's the 4-pointer, so you could definitely take advantage of other teams' frustrations with that map.
No, for sure. And as a veteran Zerg fitter, this actually it did feel a little bit more like live. So when I come in here with my terrible HSR and like 20% accuracy with a bolt, like it was it's a little bit more comfortable as opposed to some of the really technical maps.
You know, sometimes it just requires a different format to really sort of have things click for you, and I feel like you kind of clicked a little bit while you were in the middle of your match, because you were hitting headshots fairly consistently sometimes on very interesting angles that you didn't expect. You wouldn't expect people to be hitting, like while someone's walking up a stairway. We saw you get, I think, 2 or 3 kills.
Oh yeah, I did
trying to get
one.
those
I was
medics.
proud of that.
saw.
I got a little multi-kill there
Yeah.
on the stairwell.
Yeah, and that's a hard angle to hit because of course you're going diagonal and you got 2 medics, unfortunately slightly mistimed, but because they were able to get them reses off, but still getting those kills was very, very impressive to watch. So I do feel like, you know, you're definitely getting the hang of this, and I feel like you have a few players in your team specifically that you know, they seem like they're almost naturals at this, and I'm hoping we get to see more from your team because you guys did a really good job.
No, yeah, we look forward to all the future matches. This is really fun so far.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end it there, everybody. We do have one more match tonight. It's going to be at. Let's see what time it was. I think it is 8 p.m. I just want to see what the UTC time was. It is 0 UTC, and that is going to be Gobs versus B-Way. Another fun match to watch. Yep, 2 hours from now. So come back and watch that, and I will get that streamed in just at that time. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming out and playing. Bye-bye.
Bye.